Whoop, hey, this is Ask Fred 64 back to answer another viewer mail. So today's is from Doug, and Doug asks, hey Fred, how does a Prius work? I mean, you fill it up with gas, but they claim it's an electric car. I don't really get it. Well, Doug, you have a legitimate point right there. It is a gas car, and it is an electric car. It has a gasoline engine and an electric motor all at the same time. So of course I looked into this extensively, and I figured nobody really gives a shit, so I'll give you the short version. You fill it up with gas, it's got a gas engine on it. That gas engine doesn't do anything for the first couple of miles per hour. It runs on electric. Once it gets to a certain point, then it kicks over to gas, and as it runs the car on the gas engine, it will also charge the batteries to run the electric motors, right? But what they don't tell you, and what I'm gonna tell you, is there's also something in each seat that's called an LJC. Now what LJC stands for is a liberal juice collector, okay? This is what it looks like right here. Now, there's one in each seat, so the more liberals you have in that car, and these are extreme liberals, not your run-of-the-mill liberals, these are the extreme ones, it only works with them. The more of them you have, the more juice you collect. Now, you have probably a 15-gallon or maybe a 12-gallon gas tank in this thing. The liberal juice, it's a small little bottle. It's probably 20 ounces. But you only need a small bit to add to the fuel because this stuff is volatile. It is insanely volatile. So now let's say you're going to work, right, and you're carpooling because you bought the Prius because, first of all, you're a douchebag. And then the real reason that you give your friends is so you can help do your part in saving the planet. Because you going back and forth to work, getting 50 to 55 miles to the gallon is gonna do a lot, right? Douchebags. But as I'm sure you can imagine, when you get 4 or maybe 5 extreme liberals in this little douchebag car at one time, with the whining and the crying and the Trump hating, problems going on down at the border and how they want to open the borders and let everybody in, there is so much liberal juice being spewed in this little piece of shit car that bottle probably gets filled up halfway to work. Now, what happens is, when it gets to a certain point, that juice is let go and put into the system. And like I said before, it's volatile. I'm going to show you right now. This is an example of the juice going off. Now, if that's not impressive, I don't know what is. So, Doug, to answer your question, I hope I did. It's a gasoline/electric car. It does a little bit of both, and what they don't tell you again is the liberal juice, but now you can tell all your friends you heard it here at Ask Fred 64, because I know shit. Now, if you like this episode, hit this like button. And of course, subscribe, right? This way, every time I do another episode, you'll know about it. And of course, hit this bell, right? This way, it gives you a push notification. Maybe you're not sitting at your computer, but you'll hear the little bell go off. And then you'll know. Run to your phone or your tablet or your computer, and you can watch my next video. So thanks again for writing in. Boom! Talk to you next time. Oh yeah, and write your shit in. I know you have questions because you're all pretty stupid, so write them up there, right? I'll read them, and if they're not too bad, I'll answer them. See you next time. Cheers.